Positive vibes, maybe. PVM the Talk Show. I'm your host, Dante Dash Smith. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode. It's Wednesday night. Uh, we originally were scheduled to have a guest for tonight, but things came up. Life happened, so we had to reschedule his appearance for another time. So tonight's episode is going to be a lot shorter than normally. You know, and and this is just a perfect moment just to be grateful for life and all that it entails and all that it does, and not being, mad or angry or frustrated when, life throws you curveballs. That's your time to embrace it. And tonight I had this episode in mind, for you guys to meet the artist that's known as Superfly, which we will bring back on the show at another time, for you guys to meet, because he's a talented artist that we want to introduce you guys to. But it is what it is. Guys, what is the vibes tonight for everyone that's tapped in tonight? How y'all doing? How y'all living? How y'all feeling? What are the vibes on this rainy Wednesday evening? Out in Philadelphia. I can tell you guys actually, wait a minute. Here he is. I guess. Hold on. Just having a
What's
slight
going
problem.
on, bro?
What's good with you, man?
Ain't nothing. I'm gonna have to cam it out though. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm here, man. What's going on, y'all? I appreciate the opportunity. Some shenanigans did happen with me earlier. I sent you the picture about everything, man. That
I
shit.
know. How you feeling?
I'm good. It was just a stressful. It was a stressful mishap when that happened. It was some silly stuff.
Oh,
It was just a
how it
little
is. The
inconvenience.
dental field is tricky. Teeth in general is tough. Not too
Shit.
long ago, I just had to get my back wisdom tooth pulled. The thing had me sidelined for like 4 days, just sipping for food. Like, like the worst discomfort was the first 2 days. It just felt like my whole back was missing, but it felt super sore. But it is what it is.
For sure.
How
But
you feeling today, though?
I'm
Outside
good,
of that.
man. I can't complain, man. You know, every day above ground is another opportunity. Um, how about yourself, bro? You
Oh,
know,
I'm chilling.
shout out to the platform, man. I see y'all keeping it going powerful, man, with good topics and things to that nature.
Oh yeah, we
I
try to
tap in
service
when
the
I can.
community. Try to be our way of like servicing the community as well we can. Try to bring exposure to others as well, and like share our platform with others. As they share with us. Like this is a try to create an atmosphere where like the artists feel comfortable enough to be themselves. Like not even just the artists, just people in general feel comfortable enough to be themselves and have open dialogue and conversation. You know,
Right, right.
a lot of the topics is just stuff that we already have questions about in general. So it's just like let's just bring it to the forefront.
What's going on? What's
But
going on,
I
King?
mean, we here today to throw you your flowers, and get to know you. So like, let's put
I
all that on
appreciate
the
it.
back burner for right now. So before we even get up into all my questions and any songs that you may want to share, what inspired the name Superfly? Like, how was the name created?
So Superfly, No Wings. It was created by the question. It's a question you can ask yourself. What's the flyest thing you personally can do? Just you as a person.
The flyest thing I can do, like activity
Yeah.
wise, or just like,
In general, just the flyest thing as a person that you can do.
hmm, I'm gonna say drive. Like my driving skills is impeccable.
Okay. True that. True that. So for me, it was just being yourself, just me, like the way I carry myself. Everybody would always be, bro, that's fly how you do this, that's fly how you do that. People just started calling me fly. It was just me being me. It was never me trying to put on a persona, trying to give an image, try to not with the Curtis Mayfield pimp song or the movie and all that shit. Like I was Superfly, No Wings before that last Superfly movie, but you know, and it was funny because I was looking at an interview. I was looking at like a behind the scenes, and they was talking about how they quote unquote came up with the character, and that's exactly what they said. Yeah, just it's just all about originality and this and that, and just being yourself. I'm like, oh wow, that's what's up. I
I mean,
was like,
originality pays off. It's only
yeah,
one
but
you.
it was like they must have heard me say that at one of my shows or something. I don't know, because that's something that I do bring up at shows and stuff. But I was just like, well, that was cool. But it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
I could take that. All right. So, like, what got you in your starting in music? Like, what was your
That was
introduction to music, and why rapping?
artistry. I don't only rap. I
Okay.
also
What
do.
else do you
I
do?
also everything actually. I rap, I sing, and I produce, and I do spoken word. I draw pictures. I draw with graphite pencils. Artistry is just a gateway for me to just be myself. Express how I'm feeling, express my thoughts. Like for instance, one time I had a dog that I grew up with when I was one of my childhood dogs, like an actual dog. And around his 14th year of living, he got sick, and we had to put him down. So a few years later, I was just thinking about that dog. So I came home one day and I drew the picture of the dog with my graphite pencils and stuff. Or just whenever I get inspirations through life or my thought processes, I just convert it from my thoughts to an art venue of some sort.
Hmm. Real, th- real therapeutic. Real therapeutic.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what type of dog was it? Because I'm a dog person, so
Well,
dogs have a
that
soft
dog
spot in my
was
heart.
a German Shepherd and Chow Chow.
Oh shit. That honestly, my first dog was a German Shepherd, and he was mixed with a Rockwell as well. So German Shepherds hold a special place in my heart. Like that was my first baby.
Yeah, that's a good John. I think he's a good boy. Oh
Man,
man.
man. Okay, so I like that you bring your real life into your artistry. So how does that influence your music and your art? Like, is it like are we getting pretty much when we look at your art or hear your music, are we getting like depictions of what you're going through daily?
You get depictions of life and perspective. I don't always talk about like my day to day, but I talk about my life in general. Because you may say you overcame something, but it's still a piece of it that you may still carry. You might have overcame the harder part of it, or what I'm saying, the more intensified part of it, but sometimes you still carry on certain aspects of whatever the traumas are or whatever the stressors are. So I just put those in the music. I just put those perspectives in the music. It's not always just about the downs. I talk about the high points too. Like, and it's not about. I can make a love song about just the emotion, the feeling that I had in a situation. Not talking about that actual situation, but just that thought process. That energy that you get when you in that right vibe. You know what I'm saying?
So tell me about your writing process. Like, how do you go about creating? And
So
well, how do you go about creating like overall artistry? Like when you're creating your canvases, when you're drawing, when you're writing, like what is that creative process for you? Like,
they all start the same. They all start from that blank, and I'm figuring out what my mood is, what I'm thinking about, what am I, how am I feeling? You know what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself those internal questions. You got to ask yourself before you start to develop something, because if you just start to just write anything, that's exactly what you're going to get. Anything. If you just start to just draw anything, you're going to get a picture of anything. You may be able to find the art within the anything, but instead of that, I like to try and go in with the direction for the most part. Sometimes if I'm just in a blank space and I just want to get my creative flowing, I might just go in with that anything process and then dig through there and then start again and possibly start a more structured process outside of that. But it's all dependent on the mood, you know.
so what facet of art pulls at your heart the most? Like, is it the songwriting? Is it the song creation? The
It's
drawing?
the process of expression, however the art is what captures me. However, someone is artistically expressing themselves, even if it's in speech and lecture and spoken word, or if it's through music, through various instruments, if it's through dance, if it's through exotic dance, and if it's through breaking, if it's, however it may be, if it's comedy, if it's however you are artistically expressing yourself, if you're writing books, I I I pay attention. I like to understand people's process. I like to understand people's thought process, and I feel like I try not to judge, but instead just understand, just listen, hear them out. Everybody's story is different.
That's so true. That's so true. All right. That kind of. All right. What are some of your musical influences?
I would say for hip hop, I would say originally it was Nas, it was Fab, it was Kanye, it was then later on it got like when Big Sean came out, I was influenced J. Cole, Kendrick. I like to listen to lyricism for the most part. Like it's a lot of the artists that I'm not mentioning, but
Mhm.
I like to listen to people like that tell stories through their words, or they don't just say something that's just like you reading a statement. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you reading. I walked to the store and grabbed some chips, but you give them some kind of artistry. Like when I was walking to the store, I seen Shorty with the hips. Then I followed her behind. I went and grabbed some chips. That's some cool, like, you know what I'm saying? I would like that more than just, yeah, I went to the store and I grabbed some chips, got the gun on my hip. Yeah, I don't. But, I like people that paint them stories and stuff. Even like, I like Two Chains for his storytelling. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even know he be giving some stories every now and then because they hear him on a more commercial side as well.
Yeah.
For the R&B, I would say it's the artists like Stevie Wonder, Raphael Sadiq, um, John Legend, Music Soul Child, more soulful singers. People that was, I don't, the nowadays I feel like music and culture just in general has just become too blunt and direct. It's nothing to be left in the imagination or to spark the artistry and things like that. Like nowadays, you can listen to an R&B song and the singer might be like, "Yeah, I'm trying F," you know what I'm saying? Da-da-da. Like that's the lyrics, not nothing romantic no more.
Yeah. I
So
mean, yeah, the passion behind music is definitely missing within this era.
and it's like people just worry about going viral and streams and stuff like that, and not actually just worrying about the craft. The money that you're going to make, I feel like there's nothing that can deny you from that, because if God already wrote that for your life, who can take that from you? But what you can do is just work on what you're doing, work on mastering what you're doing. Don't worry about what you're going to get from what you're doing. Just work on what you are actually doing.
I like that. So is that the approach you take towards your career? Like you just
That's
kind of
the
just
approach I take towards my life in general, with every aspect of this. So a massage therapist. I'm also a dog breeder. I do contracting work. I got my hands in a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And if there's ever a friend of mine that's trying to start a business and they need some extra hands to help them get it started, they already know they can reach out to me, and I think nothing of it. I just want to, one of my main missions is I feel like nobody's successful until nobody's rich until nobody's poor. I just want to see everybody win, however they can win, you know.
that's a
As
great
long
model
as
to
as
have.
long as that's your mission, like to really try to win and better yourself, I'm with it.
Yeah. Like no, that's definitely a great model to have. Like especially like when you're cultivating your team. How difficult is it for you managing like all your artistic endeavors plus your day to day gigs?
I was always a guy that like to. I feel like when I have stagnant time, that's when I'm feeling down and things like that. I like to keep busy.
Okay.
So, like, you know, you gotta have a few days that you take just for yourself. You know,
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, when do you
and
relax? This seems like a stressful life if you're always on go.
nah, it's not as stressful as you would imagine. If you get used to it and accustomed to it, that's what you enjoy. You know.
I can dig that. I can dig that. All right. Well, tell me about your past performances. Like, how was your first performance as opposed to now? Like, tell me about that process of growing as an artist, growing your
My
stage presence, getting
my first
comfortable.
my first performance was in like elementary school, like
Ooh, oh,
really
okay. Well,
performing.
that's way back.
Yeah. So like it's I've always been like a performer. Like I've always been in the arts. Like honestly, like performing, I would say even before elementary school, like just performing at family events and things like that. I'm from one of those types of families where, we used to do like the family talent shows and shit like that. So So from there, it's just been a natural thing. Like I would say I might have been, yeah, I used to be a little nervous probably in like middle school when I was really like showcasing my actual craft, like my music, my lyrics and things like that, and having to make clean raps just so I could rap it at school and stuff. But I started to learn that the hardest part was, getting the actual booking. Once you get the booking, whoever is there is to see whoever was booked. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that being the artist, being the art that's being presented, you can't worry about you can't worry about the how they perceive it. Just worry about showing it. How they perceive it is a conversation that happens afterwards if you want, you know, or if you did it right, they're gonna come and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, just do your thing. I just feel like just enjoy yourself, enjoy the moments that you have,
I could
tell
dig
your
that.
story. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
Yeah. Is that how you judge concerts? Your success at a concert? Like if the audience comes to you at the performance?
I I I judge them all like successful because as long as they're done, I know what I bring to the table. I know like once I'm performing, yo, Alicia, what's going on, cousin? Once I perform, you know what I'm saying? Like I know one, nobody's gonna mimic what I just did respectfully because I'm really just doing me. I'm just going up there, just being myself. And two, I just took that moment to once again just be myself and show what I do. So they always are successful to me. Some are on bigger scales than others, but I treat them all with the same energy.
I could dig that. So, okay, okay. So, do you have any projects out right now? Or upcoming
I
projects?
I have something that I'm pending on releasing.
Mhm.
I haven't set a release date. I'm still in the process of mastering everything. Um, that's called Atmosphere. I was going to let you guys hear a few pieces that's going to be on that as well as on the extended version. I'm dropping two of the same projects, like one with an extended as well as a visual series and documentary included.
Okay. What's the documentary pertaining to?
My life. The project is called Atmosphere, in which the imagery of that is that's my atmosphere, like my zone, me as a person, as an artist, my perspective, what I stand on, what I'm about, things to that nature.
Okay, okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. All right. So, what about your perspective and things that you're going to be talking about on this documentary?
I talk
Like, what?
about I talk about the traumas that we cope with, as people in an urban society, the things that are normalized, the things that shouldn't be normalized, how women should be treated, how women are treated, you know, how we should treat each other, how we do treat each other. You know what I'm saying? Things in that nature, like in those aspects of perspective.
I could do that. Well, I mean,
I feel
where's your
like
take
I was
on
about to
things?
say, I feel like we're programmed to hate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Through music, we on the music we kill each other. On through we listen to 4 minute songs about killing each other, 3 minute songs about killing each other, and now the songs are even shorter. So there'll be 2 minute songs. It's another song about killing somebody, another song about killing somebody, another song about killing somebody. Then it might be a song about degrading a woman. You know what I'm saying? But then it's right back to the killing somebody program. And even the degrading of the women is another form of killing ourselves because if we not showing the women that we gonna respect them and protect them, they're not gonna respect us and feel protected by us. So with that happening, now they go find their, respect and protection from somewhere else, whether it be from another race or whether it be from the same gender, in which we can't procreate our own through either of those windows, really.
You're not lying about that. So it's like your music a reflection of like how you should treat a woman, or your
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I would say when I do my music directed towards the women, yeah, it would it's you know the more writer path, I would say. But not to say some people may like to, and it's sad to say, but some people may like that. They may be brainwashed that far in that like, oh yeah, I gotta hear somebody treat me like trash, man. I gotta hear somebody tell me that I ain't much, and that's some of the chains that we gotta break. You know, some of the change we gotta do within shifting perspectives. Like I'm also a part of a personal development group in which the biggest mission is healing ourselves, and through healing ourselves, we'll be able to heal others. It's, it's you versus you first, and then the rest of the world follows. But with the stronger foundation, you build a better house.
Mm.
Got
I
my
like-
nephew giving the sound effects in the back. You feel
Oh, it's all good. I love the family
me?
vibes, like especially as you're talking about building and growing. Like, so how do you guys help with the community in that aspect? Like how do
uh,
you?
Spreading personal intelligence. I mean, personal development awareness, emotional intelligence. We do rallies throughout the city. Like we have one upcoming this Saturday at 22nd and Lehigh at 1 p.m. We're gonna be out there with our flyers, with our speakers, microphone giving, speaking. What we do is, we speak on life experiences, things that we're either overcoming or have overcame. You know what I'm saying, and grow through those things. Um, and, just
And is
coming
this
through
open for
perspective.
anyone to join?
Yeah, for sure. It's every Monday through Friday, so 7 a.m. 7 to like 10 a.m.
17.
I'll try to send you the link tomorrow morning.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely post it up in the stories.
All right.
You know, maybe a few viewers that may be interested in going themselves as well. Right.
Right. And that's what we want. We want it to be as open as possible. And all we ask is that everyone that's in there is in there for the aspect of love. So with that, we speak to each other in a loving manner, even if it's with if someone has a perspective we don't agree with. Okay, I understand your perspective, but this is my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? Not you wrong. No, that's not how you do this. No, I understand that. This is what I think. This is how I would go about it. You know what I'm saying? One thing, a lot of people are forgetting to talk to each other with love, and that's why we interact with so much hate,
Yeah.
interact on such a defensive side and ready to, just go at it with whoever for whatever reason. People dying over the dumbest things. Somebody, recently just got shot at the chicken joint. Oh, in the chicken drive-through line, man. You get shot up. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, tone is a big thing. Like it seemed like as soon as the pandemic turned, things just turned for our worse as well. Like Like emotional intelligence is at all-time low right now.
Right. And
So
that's one thing that we really try to be proactive on sharing, that emotional intelligence, that intellect over emotion, that, what I'm saying, things of that nature. You got to think about your outcomes on your actions, who's it affecting? Why is it affecting them? You know, is this helping or hurting you? Why is it helping or hurting you? How is it helping or hurting you? If it is hurting you, how can you redirect it to stop the hurt without causing more hurt and things of that nature? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I can, yeah. You speaking right now. You speaking right now. That's, I mean, what you guys are doing is real beneficial to the community, like,
Right.
and
And it's
as a whole, like,
and
because,
it's like the biggest, my bad for cutting you off,
oh
but
no,
the
go ahead.
biggest thing about it is it's like we not nobody that's above anything. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I ain't above nobody, man. I done did dumb stuff in my life. I done made a lot of decisions that if I had the same mind that I have now, I'm sure I wouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? But what we are people that are aware of our flaws, and we trying to work on bettering ourselves in however many aspects that we can while we can. You know what I'm saying?
And that's true. Like, and people learn from others' mistakes. Like that's just way of life. And if I got someone that's taking the time to like be a mentor to me, try to teach me, try to help me grow, try to help me prevent mistakes that I'm destined to make if I don't learn them, like that can only be beneficial to my growth at large. And even if we have the same age, like it's just nice to have like a group of people to like bounce ideas off of and perspectives and to grow and learn from. Superfly, still got you there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was
Okay.
trying to say something more. I had to mute it. Yeah, my bad.
All right. So before we get into you sharing your pieces, I do have one last question. What is your thought process when you're creating a song and you're recording it? Like, what's your mindset as you're laying it down and you're trying to get everything to sound the way you envisioned it in your mind?
I want them like the finished product. Like I want them to be able to see it when they're listening to it. Like I want you to be able to like when I give my lyrics, I want you to see the lyrics as I'm saying it. Like I want you to see what I'm saying, like not just hear what I'm saying, but you can feel it and see it. Like you can just picture a movie in your head. Like especially like when I'm making beats, like I like to give a movie through instrumental or through song or through through the whole creative process. Like you could see a story.
I can dig that. Painting like visual movies for us.
Hmm.
I can dig that. I can dig that. All right. Well, at this time, I'm gonna open the stage to you to perform, or to share any piece that you feel like sharing with us.
I'm gonna give you a couple little something specials.
Okay.
I remember when the phone rang and my heart dropped. It started as a nice summer's day, the end of July. Who would have thought hearing what I heard could provoke me to cry? Saying that a brother from another was no longer here, I snapped and hung up. It just seemed way too weird, but then reality hit me on that second call. My thoughts now crashed into a wall, thinking like, no, this can't be. That's my motherfucking dog, you see. I knew everything breathing has a time. And sometimes good people fall because of petty crimes, but seeing you in June, I would have never thought of you dying. Many years later to say I'm cool, I'd be lying, cause I remember when the phone rang and my heart dropped. Great movie, but a bad plot. Cause it was dark times growing up, living life on those back blocks. I told your mom I'd be honored to carry you when they buried you. This the norm in the hood. That's getting pretty scary too. The moments that cut my youth short and make me grow to be a wary dude now. So tired of the lost being lost without direction. Cause everybody hard with a weapon. Never peeping how we're digressing at a rapid progression. And in fact, that impact will leave tears stained on either side of the lesson. Chasing once because of never hads. trauma, got folks doing bad, having joy from bringing pain because of the luggage that was locked in their bags. And it's a trip. How some folks' travel history is just different prison walls. But that's what it make you hard, right? That's what's gonna stamp your card, right? Yeah. That's the difference between being a real nigga or a fraud, right? No, my dog, that point right there is where a lot of real niggas got lost, you see. My bro had just turned 17 and died the very next month. The biggest hunch, but reality swung. That motherfucker had a punch, and now I remember when the phone rang and my heart dropped.
Damn.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. You had me going through my own memory lane, thinking of some shit with my boy. I had a friend that I was extremely close with that died not too long ago. And as you were
My
telling your story,
condolences,
it just
bro.
had me reminiscing about some of the good times we shared, that like how I felt like, like he should have had more time here. So thank you for that. That was a dope piece.
Appreciate you, bro. My condolences as well.
Oh, thank you. My condolences to who you have lost to as
Appreciate
well.
it.
I could
Yeah,
tell
that's
that
something
piece
I
meant
done
a lot to
carried.
you.
Yeah, that's my man. He got killed back when I was 16. I'm now 33. I still think about that. Think about my dog every day.
Yeah, it don't never
One of
go
the
away.
one of the one of the one of the hardest pills I swallowed through that is that was the only friend of mine that I didn't have a chance to be like, yo, bro, I appreciate you, bro. You a decent dude. I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I never had that conversation with him. So because of that, I move in that manner. Like I try to show love to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Try to be as open hearted as I can be with people without being a pushover. You know what I'm saying? You still got to stand firm, but I try to be open minded and open hearted, moving in a mindset of love. Even if you got to whoop somebody's ass, you got to whoop their ass because you're showing them love before they set themselves up to crash harder. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real shit.
Yeah,
That's so real.
we got some more for you.
Okay.
I look down and see my phone ringing, but it's on do not disturb. How that joint still blinking? I'm like, who could it be? Cause honestly, man, I ain't got the time for hearing this and that. Cause most of the time, and most of these folks be lying. But I answered and heard it, yo. And I knew it's growing. We ain't talked in umpteen years. But that's life, yo. But I'm glad to know you good. And I know it's been a while, but just hearing my brody talk get me a ear-to-ear smile. Wow. You see, I see you still been on your mission. And now we still in support. But now it's coming different. That's love. But something's weird. Flashes from when he disappeared was in my mind. But I can't pinpoint it there. Fear started controlling me like, was I right to feel the wrong for reuniting with homie? Reality seemed phony. So I asked him where you been. And he let that statement spin. Then I had to ask again. He responded, not where but when. Lost up in time and space. Yeah, you know that paradox. But I remember that Fia told me something about a pair of shots. And that was back in '06. And life done took some old trips. Some big and some small. Some high points and some ditch. He said he really can't complain. Cause all his hardships was lost. Let go of every fear and every worry that's involved. But then it seemed like time started to slow up. When I remember bro was dead and my silly ass had woke up. Fuck. Go ahead, man.
That was based on a dream about the same friend. I
Okay.
was doing like a little three-piece tribute within this project for my fallen. But I gotta we switch up the mood. How much time we got, bro? Because I got
Uh,
plenty.
we got about like 10 more minutes.
All right,
Do
I
your
got.
thing.
Let's see. I'll give you one live. How about that?
And while you're getting your next piece together, I just, shout out a few things, Guys, make sure y'all subscribe to the official YouTube channel for Positive Vibes Maybe. It's Positive Vibes Maybe, for PVM Talk Show. Make sure y'all subscribe to that, but to catch up on all past, present, and current episodes. Make sure you guys also head over to Fly Mile Catering for all your smoothies. And make sure you tune in this Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, do your thing.
All right. See, I had a dream and I had a vision and I put that shit together. I told my team we was gonna get it and I meant that shit forever. Yeah, I meant that shit forever. This for the now and never. Then been through the worst for better. It's no sour cream, just cheddar. Shit, I just told my team we should be good, so we gon' be. We gon' eat for nights we only dream we wasn't hungry. Well aware of how them demons scheming, they be haunting. But before I'm down and out, shit, I'ma leave this motherfucker punching uppercut jab. I face my load and react, move like an asthma attack. You fold and you flat, step on your breath in the deck. I'm putting real on the map, amazed I'm intact. Might have some pain in my back, but I still carry that slack. See, that ain't no weight, my brody did thousands of moons of top to come home and be great. See, most gon' hate, but they don't understand. You can make plans, but God did too. So you can't stress this death on your schedule. Only cause that's what's best for you. I got friends going, that's unforgettable. For them, I'ma put the extra step and move. When would a young man better do and make that plan forever too? Cause I had a dream and I had a vision and I put that shit together. See, I told my team that we was gonna get it and I meant that shit forever. Yeah, I meant that shit forever. See, this for the now but never. Then been through the worst for better. It's no sour cream, just cheddar. Shit. Damn. I remember I was just a kid, laying in the hospital bed. I felt stuck like a baby in the crib, with a whole lot of thoughts in my head, like what the fuck I'ma do. Fast forward, 20-something years later, now I'm on the move. I had to refurbish the crew. We took the bad parts out. Don't want no rats in the house and snakes on the couch. Y'all after money, but I'm after greater amounts. Like my Umi smile, don't know what number to count. Cause football to balance that. Y'all boys kinda rap. It's mostly lies in them tracks. I ain't heard an ounce of facts. She got a vibe by her lower back. I get excited when holding it. Guess come with a passport, take a trip. No, I ain't playing to be the shit. All I did was strive to be legit. All of my friends know the benefits. See, this shit gon' pop like a pimples tip. 8 toes down, I still ain't slipped. Cause I had a dream and I had a vision and I put that shit together. See, I told my team we was gonna get it and I meant that shit forever. Yeah, I meant that shit forever. This for the now and never. Then been through the worst for better. It's no sour cream, just cheddar. Chill. Yeah.
Fuck with that.
Appreciate it.
I was like,
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Did the beat. So appreciated the opportunity to vibe with y'all, man. Shout outs to Positive Vibes, maybe, but definitely always positive vibes. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm Superfly No Wings. Y'all can follow me everywhere, anywhere at Superfly, SUPAFLY NOWINGS.
That's a fact. And make sure you guys follow them. Tune in, lock in. And when did you say when the project is coming out, or
I didn't.
they were still
That's why they
undecided?
just gotta follow me. They just gotta vibe with me. It's gonna be worth it. As you can see, I got some quality that's worth waiting for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just, it's just for personal reasons. I just be holding stuff.
I can understand.
Until I feel like it's right. It's just gonna be with me.
Yeah. I mean, that's the
I can
testament of a true artist.
Right. I can control the room from here. You feel me?
Yeah.
I can't go back and edit nothing from your computer and shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't pause your phone like, no, that don't sound all the way good.
Well, don't be afraid to share. Sometimes the biggest thing we deal with as artists is dealing with trying to
To be
figure out
perfectionist. I know that's why I stopped. That's why I stopped engineering, because I used to be horrible, like worse than this. Like I sneak stuff out every now and then, but like through certain types of ways. But like before that, like man, I would have like the same song recorded like 12 times. Like I still be kind of like that. Like I got a song, my song Secrets. It's an R&B song. I recorded that song like 6 times, yo.
Oh
I got
shit!
6 different versions of that song, at least.
All different from the previous six, the
hmm
previous version of each.
hmm It's the
Oh wow!
same lyrics, but it's just different recordings, different moves, different. It's different. It's different things that I would peep in it that maybe someone else would peep, but I know it's different in them. It's 6 different ones. You know what I'm saying?
Oh snap!
Certain giveaways would be like the mixed qualities on some of them, or things of that nature, or certain endings to it. Like I did one ending
Yeah, I think I lost.
with two different poems. Um, yeah, it was my signal. I mean my battery.
Oh,
But yeah, so that's a part of the journey though, man. Look at how much content Pac had in the vault before he passed away, quote unquote, or however,
yeah.
you know.
And he had a whole lot. Still got content that's
Right,
coming
that
out.
that people ain't heard. So like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing wrong. It's given when you are an actual artist, I guess. Like I ain't trying to just make a job, but this is just a lifestyle for me, you know.
So we do got a comment. It said, "Keep and release them all. I solved the perfectionist problem by basically DJing myself. Mix and
Yeah.
match." And that was one of the suggestions from the viewers.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm about to start releasing, man. Just stay tuned. I just say follow and stay tuned. Join me in the journey, man. It's gonna be worth it down the line.
I do have one more question before we end this thing, though.
What's
Like,
that, bro?
how do you pick and choose who you're going to collaborate with, and how do you collaborate with others? Do you prefer in person, or do you prefer sending tracks? Do you like that already have established relationship if you're working with someone? Tell
It
me about that process.
it all depends on it's either, the accessibility, maybe if it's somebody locally, we can link up and do it in person or however it need be. I would prefer to work in person because you get a better vibe in the studio together at times. Um, I'm not opposed to, working all digital, you know what I'm saying, collabing digitally. I do that a lot, whether it be me writing for someone, whether it be me writing with someone, whether it be me featuring on a song or something to that nature. Um, Outside of that, I'm open to all aspects of collaborating. I like to collaborate however it comes about. I'm down. I know that, through the different process of the creative process, you get different outcomes.
Oh yeah, that's true. And different types of music. Now,
Yeah.
is there any type of genre of music that you're wary about pursuing to attempt or doing?
Nah, nah.
Okay.
Anything that I can physically do, without going opposed to, any kind of like anything that would be outside of my character, then nah, I'm not opposed to it. I don't like to talk about things I'm not about or things I don't agree with, you know. You're not gonna hear me talking about being on a song, talking about kidnapping kids and things like that or something, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not what I'm into.
No, we don't need that anyway. We don't need that
Right.
type of
I'm just
negativity
saying,
on
I was just saying, if
here.
I don't anything outside of if it's something that I'm cool with doing or I see is okay, then yeah, I'll make a song about it. Or if it's a genre that, I don't know. We
Okay. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna stay tuned to find out then. So we do have this tradition here at Positive Vibes Maybe where we leave a lasting word with each episode. And with this being a special episode introducing you, I figured your lasting word we could just hear from you why we should follow you. Like tell us why we should follow you and, become fans of your artistry?
I mean, so I would say if you are if you are interested in, you know, a person that is about trying to promote change, not just say that things need to be changed and complain about the flaws and the things that need to be fixed. Through my artistry, I try to share perspective and shift opinions and open eyes to the realities that we go through, the traumas that we became so normalized to, um, and things of that nature. I'm trying to put my 2 cents in that I can towards this dollar that'll make the world a bigger number. And if you're okay with that, then you're okay with me. And if you don't like those type of things, then maybe I ain't the type of guy for you. You know what I'm saying? But for the people that, that do like lyricism, that do like quality music, that do like creativity, that does like, a person that will test their rhyme schemes, that will test their pen, that will test their vocals, then yeah, tap in with me. But if want to just follow the norm and things to that, or, who got the fancier clothes on or something like that, those type of songs, and I ain't you, but it's all good though. It's still love, but it's just a love from a distance, probably that'll work out best.
I can respect that. I can respect that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Superfly No Wings for you. Make sure y'all follow him. Y'all like, subscribe, listen to the music, download them, stream him when it come out, and stay up to date on what he is doing.
Appreciate
As
it, man.
Worldwide Zay said in the comment section, Superfly, Philly legend.
My guy Zay, what up, bro?
Hey, shout out to Zay. Coming through in the comments, showing love and appreciation.
That's my guy right there. Shout out to Zay, man.
Yeah.
He surprised me. We done built a relationship through the social media and everything, good friendship and everything. Then months into it, he like, yeah, man, hear one of my songs, bro. Whole time I just thought he was a dope manager, but he was like, no, I'm an artist too. But he lost one of his artists, and that kind of pushed him away from promoting his own music.
Oh,
But
shit.
Zay definitely fire.
Well, my condolences, and keep putting out the music worldwide. We can't never have too much good music out here. We can't.
See?
Superfly, thank you for coming up here too. And doing the
Yeah,
live. Appreciate that.
we just had to go a little unorthodox, switch it up a little bit. I would have been cammed up.
Hey, it's all
My
good.
my appointment not till Friday, so everybody gonna be getting the gray and red screen for a few days.
You know what? You just gotta embrace your inner fabulous. He used to rock the chip too back in the day.
Yeah,
So,
so I am though. But all right, Brody, man, it was a pleasure, man. You be safe.
You too.
All right.
Okay. This has been Positive Vibes, maybe PVM the Talk Show. We'll be back this upcoming Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, you guys live well, stay rested, stay loved up, stay prayed up, stay blessed out here in the streets. And I'll see you guys then. Deuces.